And a good day, everyone. I hope everybody's doing excellent today. Here's a look at the latest radar from GOES 16 band, the Go East band. It's in infrared, and what is it showing us that we're going to check out today? We got severe weather we're going to check out that probably is going to happen in the afternoon and evening hours, probably up across North Dakota and across northern Minnesota and into northwestern Wisconsin. Now, all of these storms are going to be moving. Some of these could pop up severe later. I'm going to tell you all about them. Now, this is not a tropical system over Arizona and part of it moving across New Mexico and Texas. This is just a low, folks. This is just a low, so don't be afraid of it. Now, over here, we've got thunderstorms galore coming up, as you can see, right off the coast of South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Well, of course, we have to check out the tropics and see what's going on with that system. So, that's what we're going to do. As you can see, my friends, over here where you have all of these red lines going through, heavy rain and flash flooding is very, very possible. As a matter of fact, if you go to my homepage, J7409 homepage, click on Community Post, Community. You'll find all the watches and warnings up there. And some of these flash flooding possibilities could very well come true for Arizona and New Mexico, and maybe Colorado, but I'm thinking more or less down in the Arizona, New Mexico area. So please be aware of that. You see the severe weather up in these areas here that more than likely is going to occur later this afternoon and evening. I'll tell you what you can expect with those coming up also. Other than that, a lot of clear on the map you see, but we do have a lot of splash and dash possible rain and thunderstorms to pop up. It is summertime, and they can pop up from Maine all the way down to Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, maybe over in Houston and in Texas over here, up to Utah, parts of Nevada, South Dakota, moving right on across. So, let's get with it. Hi everyone, my name is Jewel, and this is the Weather Channel of J7409. Thanks so much for clicking play and checking out the weather with me today. And now it's time to find out what might be going on in your neck of the woods. That severe weather that may be popping up today with these severe thunderstorms are possible from North Dakota eastward across to northern Minnesota and into northwestern Wisconsin. Now, right now the tornado threat is less than 2%. I don't see a big threat of tornadoes, but there is a big possibility you could have some very damaging wind gusts come your way, with winds up to 50 to 70 miles per hour and some large hail. They're all large hail, very high damaging winds are all expected to be the threats with the storms as they move through. As you can see with the severe winds, it's in North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, moving on up. And so far as the hail, it's primarily for North Dakota and Minnesota. We do have a 5% chance of some hail down in New Mexico and in the Arizona area. But folks, be aware of these storms. They're coming through. The marginal risk is here for Arizona, New Mexico, with the outlining areas where the slight to severe is probably going to happen. And everybody else, as you've seen on the other map, we do have a chance of those splash and dash showers that will come and go as the day progresses. Rain, rain, rain. We got some heavy rain that's going to be falling, folks, and this is for a 24-hour period from the 12Z run today, Friday the 23rd of July, through the 12Z run Saturday, July 24th. As you can see, over in Arizona, where I keep saying you guys really need to watch out for flash flooding. Please don't take this too lightly if it's in your area. Be aware of it. Where in the next 24 hours you could receive another 2 to 3 inches of rain. Heavy rain going to be happening in the next 24 hours in Florida, as you can see down in here in the southern sections and in the mid-central sections right in this area here. You can see you're probably going to get 1 to 2 inches of rain off and on with these showers as they come down within the next 24 hours. What about the tropics? Everybody wants to know about what's going on with this little system here. Well, from the National Hurricane Center, as of now, it's still a tropical low pressure, and it's just offshore of the southeastern U.S. coastline. Now, showers and thunderstorms have increased this morning, and the environmental conditions appear marginally conducive for some additional development during the next couple of days while this system drifts offshore of the southeastern United States. Now, as you can see, in the next 2 days, it's hopped up to 30%, 5 days, 30% chance. Well, you remember yesterday, if you watch the tropical outlook, I told you I did think it would try to ramp up in intensity some, but I don't think it'll ever get to a tropical storm as of now. I could change my mind. As of now, though, I don't think it will. It's going to ramp on up and get some much higher winds in it. But a lot of things can happen. And remember me telling you about a low pressure to the north and a high pressure over to the west. Well, I want to show you something very interesting. In the tropical analysis from the National Hurricane Center, you can see I've got this kind of outlined here. A low along a frontal boundary will sink southward during the weekend. What did I tell you, folks? Off the northeast Florida coast. Now, the environmental conditions are forecast to be marginally conducive for some gradual development over the weekend and into early next week while this system is going to drift offshore to the southeastern United States. It's going to drift offshore of the southeastern U.S. Regardless of the development, though, showers and thunderstorms and moderate to fresh winds can be expected over the weekend off the Florida coast. So far as tropical cyclone genesis, that means, if it's going to build up and grow, that's what the genesis is. Well, you can see during the next 0 to 120 hour period, you've got the NCEP, the FMMOC, the Canadian model, and the Euro model. And here is a system right in here. It looks like it's bad, but don't be deceived, okay? Now, they're giving it probably, you will see on the National Hurricane Center, this will go up probably in some intensity. But it's looking like, for the most part, in the center area here, it may go up to a 50% chance. But then things are going to happen, folks, and it's going to diminish. That's what I think right now. Let's check something else out. Now, as we take a look at the euro, we're going to go by the euro for this as of now. You can see this is in wind gust, not rain. This is wind gust, folks. We do have this high over in the Gulf that's going to come up. Remember me telling you a low pressure was going to start happening over in Arizona? Well, there it is with a high pressure following it. But anyway, what I want to do is show you something. This looks like hardly nothing at all, and it's not anything at all right now. We'll go up to 2 p.m. this afternoon. You can see it's trying to get a little more circulation, but these winds are nothing coming off of it, folks. Nothing at all. This is not a low pressure. This is a high pressure. It is going clockwise. It is not anything to develop into a storm, so don't worry about the coastlines of Texas and Louisiana right now with this that you see on the map, because it's a high pressure. Now, back to our system right in here. The low that I was looking at has already scooted off, but you see this? We got this other low coming in. This is the one that I've been saying would have something to do with this storm. So let's move it on up to around 10 p.m. this evening. Still no big deal. No big deal with the wind at all with this. Now, Saturday, it may try to start to get a little more impressive. As you can see, the The wind gusts picking up a little bit, still nothing out of the way, 28 miles per hour. By Saturday afternoon around 2 or 3, it is trying to get itself together. Now, I want you to notice that elongated trough from the low that came down, that's what you're looking at here. But here's the big low that's coming down, and here is a high pressure, and here is a high pressure. They're going to have everything in the world to do with what this system, where the system goes and what happens to it. Now, around 9 p.m. on Saturday, you can see it kind of starts to move a little bit more down towards Florida again. Why? Because this low hasn't come down far enough to pull it, and the high pressures, the big high pressures, are pushing it, okay? So this is what's happening now as we see it. We'll go to Sunday around 7 a.m. Let's blow this up just a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Here we are. These winds, no big deal whatsoever. 27 mile per hour wind gusts. The regular winds are probably in the teens. Let's check it out for sustained winds at this time. 18 miles per hour. Now, we'll go back to the wind gust right quickly. We'll move up to around 4 p.m. Sunday. You can see some of these winds now have started to come in off the coast of Georgia and Florida. We'll blow it up just a little bit more for you between Savannah and down to Jacksonville. But these winds are nothing, folks. 26 mile per hour wind gusts. This is what it's looking like now. So let's check the rain that may be with the system and where it may go. Give my map just a minute to get going. Here we go. Look, Florida, you're going to get rain, 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 rain off and on for the next 5 days. You're going to get a tremendous amount of rain. So, but I'm talking about from a northern all the way down to the southern and in the midsections. This rain's going to be off and on. You're going to get a lot of rain with it, though. No rain out of the system, hardly to speak of anywhere else, though, at this time. So we will go back to the wind one more time. Go up to the wind gusts, see what's going to happen, and you can see the little bit of circulation that's going on with it right here is nothing to get upset about right now. And boof, what has just happened? Well, let's bring this map back down to size a little bit. We'll bring it down like this. What happened? What happened? What happened? Those high pressures, they were not strong enough. They were just strong enough to keep it meandering around here. Well, they're gone now. You don't see them, right? The only high pressure you see is right here. And it is the one that's kept it up and down the coastlines. These did not have anything to do with it. This bigger high pressure is what kept it close to the coastline of the U.S. right over here. Well, now what has happened? This is a low pressure system. Low pressure system, low pressure system. And this low pressure system is going to push off. You can see it is diminishing now. We'll go up to Monday. It's not anything. It's gone with the wind, it looks like, for the most part, but it does ramp up in speed at some time. I think some of the highest gusts that I've seen with this system have probably been in the around 28 to 30 miles per hour. But if anything changes, now this is very, very possible. I do not know. National Hurricane Center don't know all the time, and I can guarantee you nobody on YouTube knows how fast these systems are moving when it comes to the low pressures and the high pressures, and they've got everything to do with where this storm stays and where this storm intensifies or does diminish, as it looks like it will now. Now, this is the Euro model, as I said. Let's go to the GFS and see what it's looking like so everybody's mind to be clear. Here you go, right here. Everything's looking good at the same time. They've got it moving a little. It's not even a low pressure. It's just a little bit of rain, folks, with 29 mile per hour wind gusts. So this is what it's looking like. If I see any changes, do not fret. I will let you know. And I do encourage every time I say this, I mean it. Everybody that lives along the Gulf Coast states, along the coastlines, Florida, all the way up to Massachusetts, have a hurricane kit ready and a plan. I know you folks up north haven't had any severe tropical weather in a long, long time, but just because you haven't had it don't mean you can't have it. And this year, latter part of the year, from September through October, possibly November, everybody where I've just said, please have your stuff together. Before I take off with what everybody in the lower 48 can expect, when it comes to the tropical weather, I want to make sure everybody knows down around the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Cuba, and all of the island areas at this time, nothing significant is coming your way. Now, here we have the NAM map. We're going to turn it on right quick, let it start. You're going to see this is 24-hour precipitation accumulations, as you can see, right in this area. Now, the monsoonal moisture and upper level energy, that's going to aid in producing these showers and thunderstorms, and some will produce heavy rain over the southwest and central South Rockies through Sunday. Therefore, this moderate risk of excessive rainfall is in effect with these thunderstorms, and they're associated with heavy rain. What it's going to create is numerous areas of flash flooding. I can't stress that enough. Furthermore, many streams may flood, potentially affecting the large rivers through Saturday morning, and the excessive rainfall threat should decrease slightly from Saturday night into Sunday morning, as these showers and thunderstorms will still continue with monsoonal moisture, but maybe they'll die down just a tad. Now, we got a front extending from the northern high plains southwest to the Great Basin. It's going to move slowly to the Great Lakes to the northern plains by Sunday. Now, showers and thunderstorms will develop along and ahead of the boundary over parts of the upper Midwest today, Friday. Now, these showers and thunderstorms should move into the Great Lakes Saturday, moving into parts of the Northeast on Sunday. So there is a slight risk of severe thunderstorms, as I've showed you, over parts of the upper Midwest through Saturday morning. Now, you could have some frequent lightning with these storms, the wind gust, and the hail, with a minimum of the tornado activity, as I've showed you. But you could have a lot of lightning, very severe winds, and large hail. So please, please be aware of what's going on. Showers and thunderstorms are going to also develop across parts of the Northeast and the Ohio Valley Sunday. And then we have a weak front over the Southeast. That's going to be the focus for showers and thunderstorms over the Southeast and the Central Gulf Coast through Sunday. Meanwhile, we still have that elevated risk conditions for fires over parts of the northern high plains, the northern Rockies, and parts of the Great Basin, right on through tomorrow morning. Gusty wind and dry fuels, they're going to aid in producing conditions very favorable for the spread of wildfires. Red flag warnings have been issued for these areas. This is the northern high plains, northern Rockies, and the Great Basin area. So please be aware of this stuff. The largest fire still going on is the Bootleg fire as of this morning. Many, many other fires happening, though. This just happens to be the largest one that's happening at this time. Thanks for watching, my friends. Thank you to all my older, faithful subs that come to me each day. A big shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you for doing so. And folks, if you are into the weather of any type, whether it be severe, whether it be a pretty day, whether it be tropical, no matter what the weather, if you're into it and you like what you see here at my channel, please subscribe, click that bell, and check off all to ensure you get all my latest weather videos. Thank you guys for everything you do for me. I just love you all to death, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you, not only today, but for all the days ahead. Thanks for watching.